SEV. Gary, I see you holding there on the line. Just hold on 1 second. You might have more to contribute after you hear from our next guest. His name is Colonel Richard Brauer Jr., United States Air Force retired, native of Massachusetts, graduating from Boston University in 1964 as an AFROTC distinguished military graduate. Graduated with top honors from the United States Army War College in '84 and then served in the Joint Special Operations Agency. Following his Pentagon tour, he was selected to be the 12th Commandant of the United States Air Force Special Operations School. Colonel was retired in 1991, having completed 26 years of active duty military service. In 2010, Colonel Brauer was introduced into the Air Commando Hall of Fame. Who knew there was such a thing, right? He is now with Special Operations Speaks. Sir, it's an honor to have you here on the program. Thank you for being here on The Voice of Texas.
It's great to be here, Chris.
Okay, first off, before we get into Hillary, since I have somebody with such a distinguished military record, I have to ask you, because I've played many colonels from other branches over the last couple of days decrying the happy talk we are seeing from President Obama and his administration about the fight against ISIS, really calling into question the veracity, the truth that Mr. Obama is putting out to the American people about how that battle is going. From what you're hearing in your circles, does it go well, as the administration says, or are we losing against ISIS?
We're losing. We're losing Ramadi. It's a result of failed policies over time, and something that just SOS considers that this administration is slowly dismantling the U.S. elements of national power, diplomacy, information, our military, and the economy. But this is failed policy in the Middle East, and once again, this is not the junior varsity that we are, as Obama would put it, that we are fighting over there.
Yeah, we just had revelations that came out that Mr. Obama knew 17 months, or at least his intelligence agency was telling him 17 months before he made his JV comment that they were not JV, but Mr. Obama wanted the American people to believe they were, because if we knew that they were other than JV, then we would inspire him to act. And he didn't want to act because Mr. Obama gets his commands from Iran.
Exactly,
not from we the people.
And he is not a user of good intelligence, actionable intelligence. Over time, he's ignored it. He's missed many of his intelligence briefings. Whether that's intentional or not would be speculation on my part. However, he just does not know how to use accurate and actionable intelligence. And here we have what's going on in Ramadi with the Iraqis, leaving so much equipment behind. It bothers me that we're leaving all that equipment that we paid for, including tanks and armored vehicles and so on. And we are arming ISIS thanks to his failed policies.
All right, let's get into, you guys at SOS, Special Operations Speaks, are taking aim, no pun intended, at Hillary Clinton. You have come out with a pretty strong press release. Let me just read the headline. Congress must impeach Hillary Clinton, disqualify her from holding any U.S. office. That's pretty strong stuff. What's your basis?
Yes, that's Special Ops has a mission statement, and I won't go through all of it. It has 6 goals, but the last 2 goals, the sub-bullets under our mission to identifying and combating internal and external threats to the sovereignty of our country, are to support qualified congressional candidates or serving members who support and defend our Constitution. That's goal number 5. And goal number 6 is this is very important with regard to Hillary, restore credibility, integrity, and honor to the office of the Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America. And one of the reasons that Special Operations Speaks delved into the history of late or resignation impeachment, which has precedent, by the way, in the history of our country, is that we would like to identify Hillary and expose Hillary for a number of crimes, high crimes and misdemeanors, which is intentionally vague in our Constitution, but was meant to be so by our founders. And we don't consider her measuring up to the goals that I just stated, credibility, integrity, and honor. And there are at least a dozen things I could name off the top of my head that why we don't want Hillary there. Again, continuing another failed administration.
No kidding. You and I could probably spend an entire program going back and forth over why Mrs. Clinton doesn't deserve the honor of the office of president.